Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
So here's Paul prophesying, because Paul is a prophet, the prophet Paul, okay? He's saying, look, the day of Christ, the second coming of Christ won't come before who comes? The son of perdition. Perdition means destruction. So that's telling us that Yeshua can't come until after the Antichrist comes. And Yeshua can't come until there's a great falling away first. So that means many people are going to stop believing in Yeshua. So first of all, we need to see a great apostasy. Yeah. And let me just give you that word apostasy real quick. Apostasy, definition. It means the abandonment or renunciation of religious or political belief or principles. So people are going to apostatize or apostate. They're going to betray the faith. They're going to renounce. Then they're going to say they don't believe in Yeshua anymore, right? So first of all, it's going to be a massive apostasy. A lot of people, and I believe this even will apply to just regular Christians. I think a lot of Christians in the world will be like, we're not Christian no more, right? So something's going to happen. Like maybe they're going to give some like false evidence to be like, oh, look, this proves and debunks the whole Bible. And people that don't have strong faith in the Most High will be like, oh my gosh, how do I reconcile my faith with this? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, whatever it is, there's going to be a great falling away. We know people don't just leave their religion for no reason, innit? So, anyway, but the great apostasy, it might even be the mark of the beast, because accepting the mark of the beast is basically leaving the faith, is renouncing Christ. So maybe the great apostasy is even just people receiving that mark, innit? Okay, so yeah, he's prophesying that Yeshua won't come until the Antichrist comes. Okay, and now it's going to tell us a bit more about the Antichrist. Look at what he's prophesying about this Antichrist. Read on.
Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
So it's saying that the Antichrist is going to come and he's going to exalt himself above everything that's called God. He's going to say that he is the greatest God. He's greater than Yahuwah. He's greater than Allah. He's greater than Buddha. Everything that's called God, everything that is worshipped on earth, he's going to say that he's the most high, basically. He's going to say, I'm higher than all of that, right? And he's going to sit in the temple of God. So how a lot of people, and myself included, interpret that is they're going to make a temple in Israel. And when they make that temple in Israel, then there's going to be a time when this guy, the Antichrist, comes to rule and live in that temple to prove that he's God, because God lives in a temple, innit? Because when Yeshua comes to rule on the earth as God, the real Yeshua, he's going to live in the temple, showing that he's God. Yeah, because God is supposed to live in his house, innit? So this Antichrist is going to live in the house of God to prove that, hey, I'm God because I live at his house. Anyway, verse 5.
Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things?
Okay, read on.
And now ye know that withholdeth that he might be revealed in this time.
Okay, so he's prophesying about when he's going to be revealed. The Antichrist will be revealed. By the way, when we finish reading this, we're going to cut for a 15-minute break. Yeah, well, then read on.
For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way.
So he's referring to the Antichrist and the Antichrist plot and revelation, the Antichrist coming to the earth, as the mystery of iniquity. What do we know that word mystery means, family? What does mystery mean? It's mysterious, it's not understood because it's kept secret. So this is a secret plan of the devil, and to have this Antichrist ruler reign the earth is the devil's secret plan to install a ruler over the earth that is going to be ruling basically as Satan, but worshipped as God. And he says in the first century when Paul was writing, the devil was already working towards this plan. So this is like the secret plan of the devil, that all like the Freemasons and the devil worshippers of the world that are working, they're colluding, conspiring against mankind, and they're trying to achieve this goal basically of having the devil who they worship have his Antichrist rule the earth. And that's why in the media these days it's progressively more satanic and more sinful, because they're trying to condition the people to become more accepting of this time. They're trying to push us in this direction to the point where people leave faith in Yeshua and instead start to serve the Antichrist. Okay. And already from the time of Christ, or just post Christ, Paul was saying that this plan was already in the works. Okay. But he was saying, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So let me just get that in another translation. But I think that's just basically saying that the Most High has been holding the Antichrist back. Okay, here we go. Yeah. It says, for the secret power of lawlessness is already at work. Lawlessness is already at work. So their plan was already at work. But the one who holds it back will continue to do so till he is taken out of the way. So he's saying that the Most High is using someone to hold back the devil from doing this. But the Most High is going to pull back his hand. He's going to pull back the restraint, and there's going to be a time where the Most High is going to allow the Antichrist to do what he's been planning on doing the whole time. Okay, so that this is a deep prophecy from Paul right here. Is that not a deep prophecy, family? And when the Most High takes back the hindrance that he has for the Antichrist and he releases the Antichrist, when the Most High allows the devil to execute his plan, what does it say will happen? Verse 8.
And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
That is a deep second coming prophecy. It's saying that when the Lord allows the Antichrist to come and rule the earth in his temple, once the Antichrist is revealed, once that happens, so before Yeshua gets revealed, the Antichrist gets revealed first, who is known as the son of perdition. Antichrist, you can write that down, is known as the son of perdition. And it says, and this same wicked one is the one that when Yeshua comes, when the Lord Yeshua comes, will consume him with a spirit out of his mouth and shall destroy him with the brightness of his coming. So that shows that the Antichrist won't be destroyed and taken away from ruling the earth until Yeshua returns, which tells us another thing. What is a deep prophecy that Paul has given us about the second coming of Christ? Paul just gave the prophet Paul, put some respect on his prophet name and his prophethood. The prophet Paul just told us that when Christ comes back, who will be ruling the earth when Christ comes back? The Antichrist. So that means Yeshua can't come back to the earth until the Antichrist is ruling the earth. Because when Yeshua comes back, it's saying that he's going to be the one that consumes and destroys the Antichrist with the spirit of his mouth, through the brightness, through the glory of Christ coming, the glory that comes with when Yeshua comes, because Yeshua comes in the sky with a whole army. So he's not just fighting mankind when he comes back, he's fighting the Antichrist when he comes back. And this also gives some context to why all the armies of the world are uniting against Christ when he comes back. Because obviously all the armies of the world will be under the power of who? The Antichrist. So it will be the Antichrist controlling all of the world's power and armies and making the world go to war with the true Son of God. But Yeshua is going to destroy the Antichrist when he comes back, according to the prophecy of Paul. And verse 9.
Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders.
So it's saying that the son of perdition, his working, his powers are all from Satan. Basically, he's operating in the full power of Satan, because Yeshua is basically the Most High's chosen one. He's the Most High's champion. Okay, he's the one that's fighting for the Most High. The Most High gave him all the power, and then Yeshua goes and performs the Most High's will in it. He's the Christ. Christ means anointed. So he's the one that was chosen by God and empowered by God as God's son. He's got the Most High's everything, his DNA. He's got his power, his good genetics. You know what I'm saying? But now the devil also has a chosen one. The devil has one that he's anointed, one that he's chosen to put all his power inside of. The devil's got his own Christ. And the devil's Christ is going to fight against God's Christ. the devil's chosen one is fighting God's chosen one. So this is what Paul is prophesying, that the devil is going to have someone who is given all of his power and all of his lying wonders, and the one that the devil has chosen is going to reign in the temple and be worshipped as God. But the one that God has chosen to reign in the temple, the one that God has chosen, the Son of God, who God has chosen to rule over the earth as his son, is going to conquer and destroy the devil's chosen one. You could say the son of the devil, basically the devil's child, the Antichrist. And Paul gave that prophecy. That's a deep prophecy. So clearly Paul is a prophet, and we have to obey the words of prophets. So Paul's writings clearly are holy scripture, because he's speaking by the Spirit. He even said the Spirit speaks expressly.